I have a quick question. So, this past couple months, I just got a full-time job. I just got settled in. I am still paying off some credit card debts due to some bad decisions these past 2 years. But
Okay.
I just joined Financial Peace University. Shout out Dave Ramsey.
Awesome.
And I'm still on baby step one, still trying to save up. But with this part-time job, I'm definitely going to go all into YouTube because I don't think you remember, but I'm a personal trainer and I
Hmm.
help some marketing friends here when it comes to like photography. Anything cameras, they ask me questions. Anything marketing, they ask me questions. So I'm really going to go into my YouTube channel of it's called Zion Visions. Basically, just like how to market on social media, camera tips, like think media, but for personal training and influencers like Gen Z trying to blow up. They need
Got you.
someone. That's option one. I've been on that idea for 2 months, but the idea of a news AI channel just came up in my mind. And I'm debating if I should just go all into one YouTube channel or kind of do both at the same time because I know with the AI, I know news is coming up. I know that can definitely help in the algorithm. I can do these live streams and then, repurpose that content. I just have my ideas everywhere right now, and I just need some help as far as tackling if I should do both or just focusing on one.
Yeah. So my buddy Sean Cannell from Think Media always says, if you try to chase two rabbits at the same time, you won't catch either one of them. So I think there's a time and a place to start other ventures, but I think it's better to focus on one, give yourself a time limit to monetize it, and then build on top of that one, right? And so like we grew my main channel, that's popping, and then we were like, okay, well we just want to be able to put out more content, just more frequency, and we want to have a broader topic range. So we started the second channel, right? And now we're building up the third channel, which is Mastermind My Business, right? Which is like kingdom entrepreneurship, talking to different entrepreneurs. And it's going to open us up to have different types of guests as well, meaning that we're not just going to have, like we could have folks in that aren't Christian because hopefully there'll be a platform for them. And then it's like we're using that to share the gospel with them. I say all that to say that like we did that sequentially. We didn't just jump out the window and say we're going to start 3 channels at the same time. We really focused on doing one thing really well, building that up really well, and then venturing off and doing other things once we kind of have the systems in place and the manpower in place, right? Meaning that we're going all in on the third channel now that we have Chris in, who's going to be here full time, right? And so I think if I'm you, I'm giving myself a timeline of monetization, so that it's, again, we're not in a bowling league. We're not chasing butterflies. We're locked in. This has to make money or it's a hobby. This, whatever the thing is, it got to make money if it's a hobby. And I would also say like, the AI thing is really hot right now, but you also got to say like, what is most likely for you to get monetized, like, and for you to make a living for yourself so that you can take care of your debts and get financially stable and all that kind of stuff. And I don't know which one it is. I'm not super hip into the AI aspect. We use Chat GPT for like we pay for the premium. It's a good utility. I don't know if I would build a whole business on it just yet because I think you have more value to add in the personal training and in the marketing space and what you already know how to do. I think you're going to get a better bang for your buck going all in on that. And then maybe down the road, you scale that over to something else, if that makes sense, right? And as creative entrepreneurs, man, we could do that, bro. Like we could just like start new, like I was like, I was telling Zach, like, I think I want to start a merch line and do merch fulfillment for all of our friends that need, and it's like, cool idea, but like, I got to make sure I have an operator for that. And I have the space for that, but I'm like, you're always thinking of ideas. Don't feel bad for that. That's normal. But what you don't want to do is move impulsively when you could do things in a more sequential order and exhaust one opportunity and see, okay, I'm a personal trainer, marketing, cameras, reviews, go all in on that, monetize that, and then maybe spread yourself out a bit after that.
Yeah, sounds great. Thank you. That was my main question. And as far as like delaying gratification, like you just mentioned to the gentleman before, video games is a big issue right now. Like it's my spare time with some friends like around the world that I have that they moved. Some moved to Washington, New York.
Yeah.
Uh, I just really, you think video games are a waste of time? I just want to. Do you think so?
I don't like to speak in absolute terms like that, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if Zach's comfortable with me sharing this, but I remember when our buddy Tanner and him would play video games and they were all living together. You remember this? You guys were all living together and then Tanner had to move out because Tanner got leukemia, right? And so then they were playing video games remotely, and it was a way for them to still be friends. Yeah, he traded his PS4 for my Xbox so that they could all be on the same system and play together. That's totally a buddy has leukemia that you spent every day with. Now he has to go back and live at his parents' house as he's fighting for his life. And you guys want some community because you physically can't be around him because he physically can't be around people. That's absolutely so. So that's why I'm not going to speak in absolute, like, video games are always the way. No. That is what all those dudes needed, and that was good for them. And I'm happy that they had that time with Tanner, before he passed away. And I think that's totally different than, like, I'm brainlessly playing 30 hours of video games a week, right? So there's a spectrum there, right? Like if the video games is like, you guys are tapping in, you guys are keeping accountable, seeing how you're doing, there's some virtual community happening there. That's totally different than, like, I'm just online 30 hours a week playing with randos, So I don't want to speak in absolute. For me, video games were a complete waste of time. For me, it wasn't a community aspect. For me, it was me online playing Call of Duty until 3 a.m., super tired and groggy the next day, complete waste of time. That was for me. And I was also in a Proverbs 6 gazelle season where I needed to have gazelle intensity to clean up my life. So I don't want to speak in absolutes, but for me, they were a waste of time. Today, I play video games with my son. He's 8. We play Mario Kart, I would say, no less than 3 times a week, sometimes 4 times a week. We play Mario Kart. He's saving his money to get Super Smash Bros. We play on the Switch. Totally different. Me spending time with my son playing video games is totally different than how I was playing video games 10 years ago when I was just a complete goober. Again, you got to think through it for yourself, and what is the point, and what are you doing, and all that kind of stuff. If it's a complete time warp, I wouldn't do it. But I think that it can happen in a community aspect, right? Like it can happen for the sake of, like, hey, I got these friendships. We don't live together anymore. We get together a couple times a week. We play video games. We chat. It's fun. Cool. Like, I don't think that's an issue, as long as it's not causing you to be irresponsible in other areas.
Absolutely. Cool. Well, thanks, Ruslan. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you, Angel. Thank you so much, brother.
Hey, this clip is from our daily after party stream. If you enjoyed it, consider signing up for our Patreon community for only $5 a month, where you get access to the replays of our daily after party streams, as well as the uncut extended versions of our podcast, Discord access that's private, and a discount code for our merch store, only $5 a month. And ultimately, it's the best way to help us contextualize the gospel of Jesus using media, podcasting, and of course, YouTube. The link for that is in the description or in the pinned comment. The perks are amazing. You should get on there. It's only $5 a month. I'll see you over there, all right? Peace.